admit right here that you could be in trouble if anybody found out. Minutes later, you ask if she would like to move in with you.
I'm completely and totally stupid, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be upbeat. Oh, rested.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we have a TCAP video for you. It is going to be a little bit on the shorter side, but this one is insane because this super nervous, stuttering creep gets obviously caught by Chris Hansen, but he brought over a full kit for him to spend the night with this decoy, really thinking that he was going to get some action. Thankfully, though, Chris and his team was there to stop him in his tracks. So without any further ado, make sure you drop a like on this video if you enjoy my TCAP reaction series. Like I said, I really just wanted to get a video out for you guys still today, as there was some issues with the video I did want to post today that I had already made. But anyways, let's get right on into it, shall we?
Yeah, I'm pulling in the driveway. Emily, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Here comes Need a Friend to Talk to 2005. He drove 4 hours to get here.
So this might be one of the most sad and lonely usernames that I have seen posted on this series so far. Need a Friend to Talk to 2005, I'm pretty sure is what Chris Hansen just said. First of all, that is a mouthful. I don't even think that that can like be a legit handle across multiple different platforms, because that's got to pass some sort of character limit, right? Anyways, this guy drove 4 hours to meet this decoy, so that's how you know he is definitely a weirdo. I always kind of freak out at these driving distances, but why are these creeps never located within the same town? I guess it kind of makes sense that they want to, you know, drive far away. It makes them more distance from the crime, but it just doesn't make sense to me why these dudes would dedicate 8 hours of their travel time to do this. It just goes to show how delusional they are and how deranged they are and how far this sickness has progressed for them to where they're willing to go to those lengths just to meet somebody online that they think is half their age.
All right, go ahead and open the door.
Hey, come on in. Okay. It's raining outside, so I'll meet you in. I just gotta throw this in the dryer real quick.
And as I always say, dude, if you realize that some person is randomly answering their door in the middle of the night while it's raining with a laundry basket saying, "Hey, it's raining, why don't you come inside? I'm gonna step in and just finish my laundry." You gotta know that is a skit, or there are some secret hidden cameras somewhere. It doesn't matter if you're a creep. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Obviously, you're on a scripted television show at that point, because I'm sorry, that just seems so fake to me. Still, this dude walks in and wow, he's got a big overnight bag with him. I think he's wanting to spend the night.
Need a Friend to Talk to is really 25-year-old John Adam Daniels, a carpenter. He thinks he's here to meet a 13-year-old named Nina.
Okay, Chris, don't know why you have to throw in that little detail there. But yeah, apparently this dude is really 25 years old, and he's a carpenter, but he said, you know what, I'm sick of laying this wood. Why don't I just commit a heinous crime instead? That'll be a great way to just mess up my life, indefinitely, wouldn't it? I mean, he's got to be getting paid pretty good if he's a carpenter, dude. Trades don't mess around when it comes to pay, so this dude is throwing away a good career that he could have for the rest of his life for this one moment, and it's beautiful to see.
After the decoy agrees, she tells him she's home alone, and he asks to spend the night.
So that's right, that's why he had this big bag with him, is this dude was actually thinking that he was going to get the opportunity to spend the night. Some of these guys, they are here obviously just to, you know, get in, do whatever they were planning to do, and then dip. But no, he's committing to this. He says, you know what, your parents are gone all weekend? Let's just hang out and have a little sleepover, dude. Which makes this very scary, obviously, because that shows how comfortable he is with this idea of him really hanging out with this person. And I always say this in every video, but it makes you think of how often these guys have done this in the past, if they are this, I guess, like, calm throughout doing the whole thing.
Wow. Sorry, I had to do laundry right away. I had to have something cute to wear tonight. Did you try some of my sweet tea?
I'm not scared.
Dude, they're pulling out all the stops. They got the fake wig on the actress. They got the laundry basket. They got the sweet tea out. I hope he pours himself a glass, because it's always funny to see these dudes get walked in on while they're like actually eating the snacks and all that. I don't know why. It just throws them off, and it really just changes the episode, I feel. I can't wait to see this reveal, dude. Why don't you sit back, sip on some tea, and just wait for your date, aka Chris, to come out from behind this doorway here, which is also just mysteriously covered by a curtain. That's another thing that you see in there, and you're like, all right, this is clearly not normal. Why do these people have this up in their random hallway in the kitchen? You don't need blackout shades in the middle of your house unless you're just an absolute weirdo.
Sorry, I'm almost done.
Okay, baby.
Did you bring me anything?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, I wonder what he's bringing for her, although I will say it's freaking weird that this guy is out here calling her babe. Like, that is, again, how comfortable this dude is. Maybe he thinks they're boyfriend and girlfriend already, but I don't know. He's giving me the freaking heebie-jeebies, which is pretty obvious that's going to happen on this show, but there's something about the way he's carrying himself and the way he's speaking right now. He thinks he's so suave and cool in this very moment, and I can't wait to see that demeanor change completely when Chris peeks his head out.
Yes, I did.
What'd you bring me?
I drinking some Kit Kats.
Looks like you brought enough stuff to move in. Why don't you have a seat there?
Why don't you have a seat there? And like I said, the smile gets completely wiped from this dude's face. He was on cloud 9, finally feeling like a boss because he can't get any with anybody near his own age, so he has to go for people half his age on the internet, lurking like some sort of creepy internet troll. You gotta love when Chris comes out to those amazing quips too. Again, when they give them props of like food or something to drink, it just makes these episodes better, alright? And can we mention how this dude's talking? The way he said, and a Kit Kat. He acted like him going to the gas station and buying a Kit Kat for $2.49 is just the most baller move he could ever do. Like, you didn't even bring flowers, dude. You literally brought chocolates from the gas station, and that's it. Slow your roll.
And like some of the others, need a friend to talk to appears to know what he's walked into.
Am I being taped?
You are being taped.
And you could tell how nervous this dude is at this point. The stuttering has started, which obviously isn't anything to make fun of, but it's just something I'm observing that is happening as this dude is freaking out. He clearly has some sort of speech impediment, and it is worsened by this stress that's going on right now. He knows that there are cameras filming him. At this point, I'm pretty sure this is one of the later investigations the show was doing. Everybody will seem to know who Chris Hansen is if you have a television on. Like I said, it might not be as obvious for those of you that are like Zoomers like me, or actually younger Zoomers, I should say, because I did hear about this show existing when I was younger, but this thing was synonymous with just American culture. There were so many people watching Dateline every night, so it's not a shocker that at this point, almost everybody's recognizing him. And for some reason, I like when the dudes recognize Chris Hansen off rip, because it does make the interaction a little bit more interesting. Yes, they're more quickly, over with, just because they're kind of wanting to get over the getting arrested part and they want to speed run to that section, but still, I like the dynamic that changes when these guys know who Chris Hansen is.
Oh crap. Am I gonna be upbeat? Oh, arrested?
That's not up to me.
Oh crap indeed. I do think you're gonna be arrested, buddy. Maybe it's that southern drawl just mixed with that stutter, but oh, that sounded hilarious, man. Obviously you're gonna be arrested. You've seen this show before, dude. Like you said, you know who Chris Hansen is. This is part 1. Part 2 is you getting arrested on the grass outside, which it was pouring rain too, so hopefully he's gonna get all muddy. I just pray for these guys' downfall when it comes to this show. I don't want anything positive to happen to him.
You admit right here that you could be in trouble.
I thought it was a bad idea from the beginning, so.
I thought it was a bad idea, so that's why I drove 4 hours, and I also stopped at the gas station to get some Kit Kats to make sure she felt comfortable. I just wanted to be a nice guy and get her some chocolates, but from the very beginning, I knew it was a bad idea. I love when these dudes, these freaking idiots, I should say, have this excuse. Obviously, you didn't think it was a bad enough idea to not do it, or else you wouldn't be in this predicament, having your whole life upturned by this action. And I just love when in the chat logs, they explicitly say, hey, I know I can get in trouble for this. I know I'm doing something wrong, and I clearly know what right from wrong, but still, I'm gonna go through with it because I'm thinking with, something that's not my main head.
But if you thought it was such a bad idea, why did you do it anyway?
I know so.
I mean, you started talking, and 45 minutes into the conversation, you say, have you ever seen a man's...
Dude sounds like he's about to cry, like the tears are welling up here in his eyes. His voice is getting shaky. I love that sometimes they have this fawn response where they just act so little compared to Chris. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing was wrong. Like, you're not a preschooler getting reprimanded by your teacher, buddy. You're a full-grown adult, a 25-year-old that has known for very long how bad what you were doing was, and yet you still did it, like I said earlier. Usually when guys seem just a little bit more aloof and innocent like this, Chris goes easier on them, but I'm glad he's not letting up on this guy because he definitely deserves to have full pressure on him at this point.
Minutes later, you ask if she would like to move in with you. What are you thinking here?
I'm completely totally stupid. I'm sorry.
And bro is trying to commit to a full-on relationship with this Decoy. That's how lonely and sad he is, that he's like, you know what? We should move in with each other. That way I don't have to just sneak over and drive maybe a state away while your parents are gone for the whole weekend, and we could just live together in peace and happiness. Like, what a delusional freaking moron.
Can I? Hey, sir.
Just like all the men who show up at our house, he's free to leave.
So that's right, he actually gets up and grabs his bag and just asks to leave. Again, I'm pretty sure when these guys know who is, interviewing them at this point and how the show works, they're really wanting to skip forward to that getting arrested part because that has to be the most terrifying aspect of it all. Even the cameras coming out is less scary than those dudes charging at you with tasers, telling you to get on the ground, screaming commands at you. So let's just get to that part, shall we?
He probably knows he won't be free for long, and there's nowhere to run.
Get on the ground! Get down on
the ground!
So that's right. I mean, we know how these end. It's the most beautiful way to wrap it up. This guy got hauled off to jail and hopefully was taken off the streets for, I don't know, a couple months or a couple years, whatever the hell short sentence he received. I want to know what you thought of this story down in the comments below. I know it was a slightly shorter interaction than we're used to, but I enjoy these kind of quick hits sometimes. And like I said, I just wanted to get a video out to you guys still, as I got screwed over on the other video I was trying to make for you. Make sure you check out my Patreon if you want to support me in other ways. I appreciate all of you over there so much. I know I say it every video, but seriously, everything helps at this point. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out.